Hey everybody, how's it going? As you're probably aware of, the Hunter x Hunter collab is about to start. I believe it should start on Thursday. Don't hold me to that, but it should be coming very soon. And there is a lot of details out for the monsters from the collab, and there are a lot of them. So I'm gonna go over them with you real quick. So if you are interested, take up a chair and have a seat because there's a lot to go through. So first, let's go over the Hatcher. So of course, we see the five characters here from Hunter x Hunter that will be joining us in Monster Strike, and let's go over their abilities real quick. So first we have Bisque, which I guess is Biscuit, Bisky, it looks like is the nickname for her. So she is a Pierce type, and she will have a Recovery S as her main ability, so you won't have to worry about super fast gauge, at least I don't think so. And she also has no gravity barrier as part of her base ability, and on her gauge she has no block. And her bomb combo is a scramble laser, so it'll just small lasers bouncing around everywhere, filling up the screen with a nice laser color. And her strike shot is really interesting. She will speed up and power up, and she will also become a weak point slayer until the end of her next turn. So she will get that turn as well as her next turn in this special form. So that's actually, it looked really awesome. If you haven't seen the official video from the Monster Strike folks on their official YouTube channel, you should definitely take a look at that. Next up, the other 4-star is Leo on the right, and that's our water monster, and he will be a bounce type, and his ability on his main ability will be regeneration and minesweeper, so he will gain a little bit HP for the team every time he gets his turn. And on his gauge he has a status recovery and no block, so that's a pretty good solid support monster there. Bomb combo is an all enemy lock on shockwave 3, so if you position him right, you might be able to get a good amount of damage in that way. And his strike shot is also pretty cool. Again, you can watch it in the official YouTube video from the Monster Strike folks, and that is he basically punches and then knocks up the nearest enemy in the direction you point. And he doesn't actually move, at least it doesn't look like it. I'm not sure if there's some like contact damage if he is close enough, but it appears that he doesn't move. So it's a very interesting strike shot for sure. And of course, we've seen lately that 4 or 5-star monsters are very solid for what they are for collabs, so it's definitely worth, at the very least, to try and get them. Alright, now let's get to the prizes, the 5-6-star monsters from the Hatcher. Next, we've got in the wood section Kurapika, and he I think sorry if I get it wrong, again I have no knowledge of Hunter x Hunter. He is a Pierce type, and we only have information from his Evo form at the moment, and the abilities there is a no warp with water resist, and his gauge is a no block as well. See a pattern. Bump combo is a speed up, so that's a solid support bump combo, and his strike shot is really interesting. So first, he himself will clear any status effects that he has, then he will speed up, power up, and then he will be nullified. You know, he won't take any damage from damage walls, gravity barriers, won't be affected by gravity barriers, won't take damage from mines, and he himself cannot be status affected until the end of his next turn. So again, just like Bisque, for that turn it's in effect, and then when he gets his next turn it's also still in effect. However, there is a downside where you will suffer 4,000 damage. Not that big of a deal, but again, the important part is all of this lasts until he gets his next turn. Not the damage, you only get that once. At least I think so. Again, you can check out the video for further details. We don't know anything about his ascended form, even if he has one. I'm not sure if he does. Maybe not. But anyways, next we got Killua. Dark type also appears, and his abilities, look at that, all element killer. And I mean, take note, that's on his main ability, so his bump combo will be able to take advantage of that all element killer, which is insane. He also has no poison, so nothing will be able to poison Killua. So that's pretty cool. I don't think any other monster has that ability quite yet. On his gauge, no block and strike shot reducer. Bump combo is the super powered electricity bolt, so one bolt will hit someone. And again, since he has all element killer on his base, the bump combo will get powered up with that as well. It's already pretty powerful. And strike shot is speed up, power up, and a chance to paralyze. And in addition, he will go into a counter mode, but in general, normally when you're in counter mode, you only deal 50% of your normal damage, but it appears that Killua will keep full damage in his counter mode, so that's actually pretty cool. And again, just like the other monsters in this collab, this mode lasts until the end of his next turn. So again, that turn and his next turn, he will be able to take advantage of all that power. Alright, last but not least, we have Gon, and we'll go over both of his Evo and Ascended form. He is a bounce type, and his main ability in his Evo form is Minesweeper M, and gauge is null block with Inner Strength. Inner Strength, if you don't remember, something that Kate Sith has. When your team is at low HP, I believe it was around 30%, his power increases, and he will be able to do a little bit more damage than usual. Bump combo is a new one, 8-way laser XL. So think, what was it? God Striker's bump combo, but supersized because it's XL. And it covers a lot of the screen. Strike shot is, he will bash the first enemy that he hits, and then there's a chance to attack down, defense down, or delay that monster. And the video did say that all of these three could happen at once, so think of it like Pandora's Box's strike shot, where all of those status effects could stack on top of each other. Pretty cool. And then last but not least, we have the Ascended form, still bounce type, but the ability goes into counter killer and all element resist. And again, since the killer is on his base ability, his bump combo will take advantage of that, which will be pretty strong. Gauge is null damage wall, so he is, that's a solid base null to have. Again, it's only one null, so maybe not as attractive, but the fact that he has an all enemy lock on shockwave 3 plus an energy pulse, both will take advantage of the counter killer, so he will have a killer bump combo. I regret saying that. Anyways, strike shot, kind of similar, but the big difference here is, yes, he will bash the first enemy, but he will produce this big explosion, and it is seriously big. In the official video, Gon was able to hit the boss, who was right in the middle of the stage, and it literally covered half of the stage in that big blast. It was pretty insane. So it probably does a major amount of damage. I mean, it was the weak point plus weak point plus element advantage plus counter killer. Yeah, it was almost more than 3 million. Pretty crazy. Alright, so those are the Hatcher monsters. Now, there are just as many, and in fact more, event monsters that we're going to have to collect in this collab. So, the Savage quest, yes, features Machi and Feitan on the top. So that's a dark and a fire type, and they will have 3 stages, or 3 difficulty levels there. And the bottom set, we've got Neferpitou, Chrollo, and Hisoka. And these 3 stages have go all the way up to extremes, so there will be 4 levels there. And the interesting thing here for these 3 stages is that when clearing the stage, you have a chance of getting 1 to 3 drops once you clear the stage from the stage itself. and if you play multiplayer, there's a higher chance of getting at least 2 drops. So they are promoting playing with other people for these quests. And as you see there, Chrollo is a no heart stage, so keep that in mind if you take that stage on. Now, if you clear all difficulties for all 5 of these stages, you will earn 5 orbs. So that is 25 orbs up for grabs just by clearing all difficulties of these event quests. So if you're not interested in max lucking, at the very least clear all stages, you will get halfway there to a 10 pull, which is pretty awesome. Now, that's not it. There is one more stage, and it features Meadow M here. And the cool thing about Meadow M is if you're able to clear it, every single potential treasure box that you get at the end of a clear will drop Meadow M. If I read the details properly, but I believe that's what they said, so hopefully I am not lying to you. So if you want to use the helper boxes, max lucks, and the clear with the speed clear and the no continue. By the way, this is a no continue clear stage, so you cannot continue on this stage. So it's probably going to be really tough. Not looking forward to it. But let's see. So you get the 3 from that. Let's say you use the helper items, that's 2 more. And then let's say you play multiplayer, so that's with all max lucks, that's 8. So potentially 13 drops per run. Yeah, but this is probably pretty difficult, so maybe 4 max lucks isn't ideal, but we'll see. And again, if you clear this stage just once, you will earn 5 orbs for this as well. So 30 orbs for clearing all difficulties of all stages. There's only one difficulty for this stage though. But the interesting thing about Meadow M here is if you look at his ability, it's no gravity barrier, but there's luck next to it. And what that means is so that no gravity barrier ability will scale to super no gravity barrier if you max luck him. So really, if that's kind of tough, right? It really is pushing you to max luck Meadow M, but God, this stage is going to be difficult. I know it. And not only that, his strike shot, his power, it also says speed up plus power up with luck in parentheses. Again, the higher your luck, the higher that power attack up multiplier is. So we'll see. But it's no gravity barrier with no wind and counter killer on the gauge, so it is a pretty solid skill set. And his bump combo is the rebound split shot, so that's the green peas that someone like Royce has. So okay, so those are all the stages. And again, for each of these stages, including these ones back here, clearing it 3 times will give you 3 of the boss, clearing it 5 times will give you 5 of the boss, and clearing it 10 times will give you a divine Sharl. So extra rewards for clearing these stages. And all stages will give you 5 times the normal amount of medal points, so if you want to stock back up on those medals, here's your chance. Alright, this video's kind of getting long, but we are not done yet because there are, of course, mission points. And if you saw my previous video, you know that you could have earned some points for your monster license. That was the prequel quest. Here is the real quest. Oh boy. Okay, so there are 3 levels you can get from your license, and so level 1 you will earn after collecting 100 points. You'll get 5 orbs and 2 stamina cans, which will refresh your stamina. Once you get to 200 points, and this isn't starting over, so as long as once you hit that 100 point level, 200 point level, and 300 point level, you'll get these rewards. 200 points, you'll get 2 divines and 3 continuements, which you can use if you die. and that highest level will give you a divine dragon gem, which will let you insta transcend any monster. And on top of that, if you do make these for each level, you will be eligible for real life rewards. You can check out the website for that. One of the examples is this real life monster license, official collab item. There's also, I think, like a vacation tour, lots of goodies from the anime. Again, sorry, I don't know anything about the anime, so not very exciting for me, but as a fan out there, I bet a bunch of you might be interested in trying those. So how do you get points? Well, there's a lot of ways to do it. So first, of course, log into the game. You'll get 20 points per day for 10 days. I think this is up for 16 to 17 days, so you don't have to join in every day, but why wouldn't you be joining in every day? But you will get 20 points up to a maximum of 200 per day. If you max luck any monsters, you will instantly get 50 if they were a extreme monster. So Neferpitou, Hisoka, and Chrollo will earn you 50 each. Max lucking Meadow M will give you 100 points, so that's an instant level up by maxing Meadow M there. Next up is they want you to play multiplayer. So as a guest or a host, if you play multiplayer during this quest, I believe it has to be one of the collab quests. Might be wrong, but you'll get 10 points for every 5 multiplayer runs you do, and so you can do that up to 25 times for a maximum of 50 points. Likewise, getting some Sharls during the event as guest or host, you will get 6 points for every 10 per color. So 10 red, and that's the shiny red ones, not the rocky looking ones. The shiny reds, get 10 of those, you'll get 6 points. Get 10 of the blues, you'll get 6 points. 10 of the greens, 10 of the yellows, 10 of the purples, for a total of 30. You can't do 20 of the reds, right? So just make sure you're aware of that. And if you happen to get 2 divines as guest or host, you'll earn 10 points that way. Temple runs, you need to do these as hosts, so you can't just join someone else's game. You have to be the host, and for every 5 temple runs you do, you'll get 5 points up to a maximum of 25. So basically they want you to do 25 temple runs. Normal quests, same deal. For every 5 runs you'll earn 5 points for a maximum of 25 points. And these are kind of specific, but for the last 3, if you clear the event quest, and you don't have to be the host, you can join in on that. You'll get 1 point for the savage levels, 3 points for clearing the extreme levels, and 5 points for clearing the insidious level. And it has to be the highest level, so you can't try and do the savage of the Hisoka level, right? So you need to be doing the most difficult level for each of those quests, so no cheating that way. But it doesn't look like those have a limit, so every time you do clear it, whether as host or as guest, you'll earn some points that way. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick. Oof, that was long. But yeah, this, I think I wrote down how long this collab was supposed to be going for. Yeah, there we go. November 17th, of course, Japan time, to December 2nd. So that is 16 days to do this. So that's a lot of quests. I mean, just looking at this lineup here, hopefully those of you out there who are, always set on max lucking everything, hopefully you don't burn yourselves out. That would be really, really bad. So if you feel like it's becoming a chore, take a break. Don't wear yourself out. And don't forget that, there will be a new Legends exclusive at the start of the new year, and there's only 2 months left in 2017. So while I will do a temple for this collab because the monsters look awesome, I'm not holding my breath for it, but I am looking forward to it. So this will be coming soon. So until the when the quest gets started, let's have fun, and thank you for watching if you're still around. Hopefully this is helpful for you. If you have any questions with the collab, feel free to ask in the comments. I will do my best to answer any questions you have for you. And of course, don't forget to take a look at the wiki. They will have this all summarized as well. Alright. Thank you for watching if you're still around, and until next time, bye bye.